I saw Char when I was visiting my father at Side 6. We'd never met, but I knew exactly who he was. He was weird. He was with someone. A woman. She was called Lala, I think.
Amuro, have you learned anything more about the enemy? It took out 4 Federation warships in one day.
How can we fight something like that?
You mean the pointy-looking one? I hear this weird la-la sound when I'm near it. But all I know is, no enemy's invincible.
Well, I guess we'll leave that one to you then, Amuro.
Then take down Char while you're at it, Amuro.
Huh? Oh, right. I can't stop thinking about Char. But what's this other thing? It's like someone is watching me.
I'm sure it's nothing important, Amuro, don't worry about it. So we got another new skill. This one levels up our pilot faster. It says pilot points, but that's really just experience points. We unfortunately didn't get any new parts to equip, so we're still stuck with what we have for now, but it's not bad by any means. And once again, we can't see the enemies because they're not here yet. Oh well. Such is the price to pay for arriving early to a conflict.
It's all up to me now.
Lala, find a safe place and watch. Watch how mobile suits fight.
Yes, Captain.
Char!
I'll show you that a difference in mobile suit abilities doesn't decide a battle.
So yeah, Char is taking his previous loss kinda hard, and he showed up in yet again a new mobile suit. This one's a lot more formidable. It's called a Gelgoog, and it has a very wide range with its melee attack. Very easy to push us back with that. And it makes it difficult for us to counterattack as well. However, we can still hit him very easily with our ray gun and our bazooka, provided we find the time to do so. The only thing you have to worry about in this opening phase is the actual fight with Char. There's nothing else to worry about right now. It's a very, very bad idea to just wail away on the attack button. Because as I said, he has a longer range than you. The best strategy I've found to deal with him is to block one of his attacks and then use your Muso attack while he's still attacking you. Because then it's guaranteed to hit him. Oh, you might have also noticed that we're in space now. This doesn't seem to affect the combat any. It's just a neat visual difference.
No time for a test drive. It's a Gundam, but unlike any other Gundam I've ever seen.
Federation Solaris fleet advancing.
Here comes the Federation. All forces, move forward and wipe them out!
For this second phase, you just need to pick one of the enemy clusters to head for. I recommend the one I'm heading toward right now, simply because it's closer to our allies than the other one. Everyone else should be able to hold off the enemies toward the north until we get done over here. Most important thing, after all, is protecting the white base, since that's the only way we can lose, is if the white base dies.
Musai fleet, open fire! Wipe this quadrant clean!
I like the little details in the background. For example, you can see the Musai below us even though we can't attack it directly. And after we clear out this field, the Musai will be helpless. So while we have some time, let's talk about what this base is. This was basically the first base at which the Zeon launched an attack on the Earth. This was the front lines for their invasion. So after we took over Odessa, this was their primary target. Well, it was our primary target, rather. So that's why we're here right now.
You should have stayed home!
A Musai's gone down? What is Char doing?
This is your first real fight, Lala. Are you scared?
No, I can do it, Captain.
Is someone calling me? What is this?
I may have also recommended this cluster so that way you could attack Lala as soon as she appears.
Hey! It's the pointy one! That's it! Control!
You're a bad man! Anyone who bullies Char is bad!
Me? A bad man?
Fire.
Don't mess with me!
We did it, Captain! We did it!
Unbelievable.
Why do you fight, Lala? Gotcha!
Because you hurt Char!
Char? So what?
Amuro is a very sensitive individual. So as you saw, Lala has all these tiny orbs flying around, and the best way to hit them is to shoot them with your ray gun or bazooka.
You want to hurt Char? If I don't beat you, Char will die!
Have no fear! Second wave, attack!
Alright, so now that the biggest threat is out of the way for a moment, we need to come over here and help Kai and Hayato, who are apparently struggling a bit, even though this doesn't look like that much to deal with. But I suppose they could have been fighting a lot more before we got here and simply defeated them. After we deal with the enemies outside here harassing our allies, we're going to go into the field itself and push them back. Our allies could really only focus on defense, but we are able to push forward because we're just kinda better. But to be fair, they did hold the enemies back away from the white base, which is what they were supposed to do. Another Musai has appeared over toward the right of the map, but it has a long way to go to get to that field we conquered next to where Lala was. So we have enough time to make it back over there. Now you might see that giant line straight through the center of the map, and think, well, why don't I just go through there? That way seems a lot faster. Well, there's an ambush through there. Specifically because it's the easiest way to get from one side of the map to the other, I would imagine. We're still going to go through there anyway, though, because we can handle it just fine. The only way it could really be dangerous is if we haven't captured enough fields to keep our allies safe, but fortunately we have. It also takes a long time for the enemies to get from the center to one of our fields anyway.
An ambush? We're surrounded!
I think surrounded is a little bit of an overstatement. I mean, we look fairly evenly matched about now to me. It may be tempting to go off and cut off the invasion at its source, but we need to come down here and stop the enemies that are closest to the white base before we do anything else.
You think I would leave Zeon in crisis? The Federation will no longer have its way with us!
Don't mess with me!
Before we go attacking that fella, we absolutely need to make sure that all the fields around the white base are secure. This is because after we advance the phase enough times, a whole group of enemies will appear right in front of white base. And if they have any footing behind them, they're going to succeed at getting to white base, and we'll have to rush back to stop them. But if we take over all the fields around where the enemies will eventually spawn, then the enemies will have no footing and they'll just slowly wither away. So even though keeping white base safe should be your priority no matter what, please keep in mind that later in this level there are enemies that spawn right next to it. And taking out and conquering fields in the right order can not only save you from losing, but it can shave a whole 5 minutes off of your time. So now that white base is all taken care of, we're making our way counterclockwise to where Gato appeared at. He is trying to take out our allies over there in the upper left, but they'll be able to hold him off until we get there. And even if he does take over that field, he still has another 2 to go through before he's anywhere near the white base. And there's no way he'll be able to take those out in time.
That's some hot stuff.
The enemies in the center still really aren't doing much. We have them surrounded, even with Gato helping them.
I won't let you get any closer!
It looks like Hayato and Kai are in trouble again, but they have plenty of backup, so they'll live until we get there as well. In the anime, Gato is able to hold off an entire Earth Federation pursuit fleet while the Zeon retreat, but here he's just another enemy.
Is that the one? Then I shall take him!
That mobile suit moves differently than the others. Not so fast!
I mean, I would think that all of the mobile suits move differently, but whatever. Gato isn't particularly tough, he's just like, he's just like Char, except he's less aggressive, and he's easier to hit with your melee attacks than Char was. He still has a shitload of backup though, which makes this fight way more difficult. Remember to never keep your back to the enemies. We also have our own backup in the form of Hayato and Kai, which makes this a lot easier, even though it is fairly difficult.
You've gotten a lot stronger, Amuro.
I'll be adding to my score today.
A red mobile suit? Is that Char?
It's him! Char!
I'm Johnny Ridden, the Crimson Lightning. Remember that name when we meet in hell.
Send in all mobile suits. I want this quadrant wiped clean of Federation units.
Multiple bandits on the radar. They're heading for White Base.
Hayato, Kai, support the white base! I'm gonna hit the enemy head on!
Lala, I want to attack the Gundam. Guide me to it.
I will help you, Captain.
Don't mess with me!
As you can see, the enemy reinforcements I was talking about have appeared alongside Johnny, and if you hadn't prepared, you would be pretty fucked right now. Thankfully, we already captured all the fields around White Base, which means White Base was fine and we were free to focus on Johnny, so we weren't overwhelmed like they planned us to be. Now we just need to go take care of Lala and Char together this time, and we'll put an end to this fight.
I'm not gonna let you hog the limelight!
How can you fight like this? You have no one to protect. You have nothing to defend.
So what if I don't? Don't mess with me!
But why? Why did we have to meet only just now?
Call it fate. Cruel fate.
But what does our meeting mean if nothing's going to change? People have to change, just like we do.
That's right, Lala. That's right.
Lala, stop toying around with him.
Why, you! Damn you! Impressive.
Alright, this fight's kind of a doozy. We have to deal with Char while Lala's orbs are flying around taking pot shots at us. Needless to say, it's kind of difficult. Whenever you feel yourself being overwhelmed, just back away. Just back really far away. Long-range weaponry is by far the safest method to deal with this fight, and thanks to that shot lock-on upgrade we equipped earlier, it's much easier. And after we take Solomon Base, all that's left is the actual Zeon headquarters, and then the 1-year war will be over. Well, I mean, we don't know that it's called the 1-year war yet, because it's not over. But it will be soon.
Char! Say your prayer, Char! Come on!
Captain!
Lala!
Ah!
Lala!
Oh, Amuro, I can see time.
Lala, I did something. I did something I can never take back!